Hey everyone, welcome back to People Mover Inc. We've been doing cargo, and that's been having some excellent results so far. You can note the number down here in the corner is approaching 11 figures. So, plenty of cash to do just about anything that we might want to do here with the whole operation. Now, you'll note that the time has moved forward a little bit since you were last here. Uh, and I've been building a bunch of freight stuff here. I got a mod that lets me do stuff that looks more like rail yards for the hub stations here. So this here is the Norman Freight Hub, and I've got I'm setting these new ones up with 8 tracks in each direction, and I'm going to have 2 platforms for each type of train, and that's gonna that's just gonna do whatever it does. Right. And so, local platforms here, and this is another connection point which comes across the channel here, the river, to the Rockford hub, which will eventually run on to a hub over here and probably over here. But what it does do is connect across. And we've got, as you can see from this train here, we've got logs and lumber going back and forth. That's kind of a way you can cheese the money in the game is by getting a well-connected thing. It'll schlep things from pillar to post when it doesn't need to, and you get paid every time it does. Right. Okay. So um, over here, there is a goods factory which is getting steel, but it's not getting plastic. Right. And to get that fully operational, I'm going to need to get plastic over there. And I was thinking, I do have on this line all boxcars, tanks, everything here. So I was thinking, I noticed while I was checking around here that there is a chemical plant here, which I can then use to connect to this hub, which does have oil, refined oil coming in. So if I go ahead and do that, right, uh, I need to also avoid a traffic jam here. Now, I've got an idea on how I can do that. Uh, but it's going to mean I need to avoid blocking this, which is a passenger line, right? But the first thing I'm going to do is come up here, and I'm going to put a station on here. Uh, right. I hit B instead of the rotation. Um, right. So if I put a station here, this is going to be Waco Chemical Plant. Yes. We'll call this. You know what? I'm going to let time move here. Yeah. And we'll call this the Waco Chemical Plant. Yeah. Okay. Now, what am I going to do here? Well, I'm going to punch the line under here and see if I can get up to here. So, um, I guess I need to grab tracks. Um, I'm going to need to come across the bridge. I'm going to need to come across a bridge to about here, at least. Right. Now, will this look ridiculous if I split it off? Oh no, this particular bridge works if you do that. Okay. I'm gonna need to pop off sooner than that. Okay. So if I... This is not going to be a bridge episode. So if I come across like that, and then like this... You know what? That might work. Now, too much slope because I'm not going down. Really? So if I come up here... No? No, apparently not. Okay. Well... So if I have a track that comes up to here... What? No. I have a track that comes up to here. No, I'll put it here. No, here. Now, if I come through here, can I force it? No, I can't really force a tunnel. So I'm gonna have to pause this and rejig this some. Because I want to come up and catch the outer platforms here, right? So I guess I'm gonna have to go over. Well, yeah, if I go over, that'll work. Okay, that means I can come all the way across like this. But stay on the level. Yeah. Okay, so I should be able to come across like that. And then this. Oh, maybe not. Nope. What are you going to do? Well, what I'm going to do is pause things so I don't screw up the transport that's going on. And I'm going to take this out. Yep. And then if I... Oh, great. Now I can't see. No. Take that out. Yeah. This. Yeah, we'll send that out. Level. Yeah. To about there. Right? We'll do that. And we need to... Where's the clicky point? There. Okay. Right. So we have that. Now, I'm going to see if I can purpose one... Ooh. That might even be the right angle. Or a right angle. Okay, well, let's make sure we've got a useful kind of track in here. Standard. Yep. We'll use that kind. What if we do aligned? Yeah, aligned. 2 and 2. Tunnel height's fine. No catenary. Yeah, we'll chuck that in. Yep. Now, will it actually allow the slope of the... Ooh, it does! Good. Okay. Well, build it. Okay. Wow. So how are you going to... I'm going to do this. Ah. Why'd you do that? Because I want to have an embankment here. Yeah, like that. Aha. You do need to finish connecting this. Yes, yes I do. Okay. It is connected. Yes, yes it is. That looks like it will work. Okay, so chuck a signal or two back in there. Yeah, okay. Um, let things roll again. Track this up here. Yeah, that went horribly, horribly wrong. Or did it? That is actually better. Okay. Then we need to come out of here. I don't know. Kind of like that. Yeah. And then on to here. Yep. Okay. Well, that's basically worked out. Okay. Now we've got even more tracks going side by each here. But, you know, that's fine. We can have all the tracks we want going side by each. We can bring that out like that. Yeah, it's going to do ridiculous looking snaky stuff. Too much curvature. We'll build it anyway. Right. Well, that just looks ridiculous, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. So what are you going to do about it? I'm going to build it better. Take that. Come out straight. And straight there. Yeah. And do something better there. Yeah. What? There we go. Okay, and then this. Um, okay. That will be acceptable. Okay. And then from here, oh, come from here, and then, okay, yeah, that'll work. Right, okay. That looks less terrible. It does. Okay. So we're going to need a signal here. One here. Yeah, okay, that's probably fine. Right. Here and here and here and here. Pardon me, I had a thing just pop up that shouldn't have. Um, okay. And that's way more signals than you need, you know. Yeah, yeah, I know. Okay. What does this mean? Well, it means I can fling a train at this. You're going to fling a train at it. Yep, I'm going to fling a train at it. So we should be able fine with the Baldwin on this. And we need tanker. No, that's one more than I want. I'm going to need to also add, I'm going to need a second platform there. So we're going to grab this to here. I suppose I could use nappies on here. Yeah, I could use nappies on there, but I'm not going to. Right. Not that I have anything in particular against the NAFI stuff. They're actually reasonably well balanced. Okay, platforms. There we go. Have that. Can take that out. Right. That can go around. Yep. That can do that. Yep. Yeah, we're fine there. Right. Need boxcars. Ah, yes, yes, yes. You need boxcars. Yeah, I don't want to build. I want to buy. Okay, and again, we should be fine with the Baldwin and boxcar. Uh-huh. I'm not doing mixed consists because they don't really work that well in Transport Fever 2. If we had some sort of shunting where it would, I'm going to pause here while I build the line. Some sort of shunting where it would build a consist of whatever wagons need to go to places instead, you know, classification yards and so on, then we'd have a little bit, we'd have more variety in the consists. So this is the hub to the chemical plant, boxcar. Okay. And we're going to ride this train. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to ride that train. Good. Right. Yes. Okay. Have you figured out what you're doing? Yeah. So we'll start it. Ah, we're moving. Yeah. So once this gets operational, we should actually just bring everything into operation. So let's enter the cockpit and we'll speed time up. So this is the original depot that I built at the start of the game. And here we go. We're heading off. I can't remember how direct the connection is into the into that bit of track. So obviously there's a connection. It found a way. Now we're going straight on through Durham. I still like how that came out. It came out really nice. Now, actually, this whole operation, you can see all the trains steaming around there. It's that up there is the Interhub line. That is actually the spot we want to get to. Here's we're on one of the passenger lines right now. One of the earlier passenger lines. I've actually done a bunch of track twinning uh, around various places. Extended some stations, put faster passenger trains on. We've got a cargo train track coming up, running in beside us here. That's a new one. Uh, yeah, it's actually on that same line that we were just avoiding bottlenecking. And it has to swap over to the other side of the passenger line here, which is what that operation is. And then it comes down into the station here at wherever it's called. Um, and then it has to swap across again, but we also have to go over a passenger line there. I took the level intersection out on the passenger lines there as well. And I think this is the crossover point where we can get onto the freight network. Yeah. That was a compact tunnel entry, I believe, but with the stonework. I still need to deal with that kink there, but I keep forgetting about it. Yeah, so now we're on the proper freight network here, and we're going up. We're climbing up to the main long haul hub network there, and here's our. Oh yeah, we're going all the way over to the platform that we need here for the hub side. And then off we go. We're heading on to the chemical plant. Oh, that came out okay. Yep. That was a little bit abrupt, but it'll do. It's at a station throat, so abrupt is the thing you get there. I need to hit that with the smoothing gun. Yeah. Okay. This is working, and we even have plastic to load. Yep, a whole 12. Okay, so I'm gonna jump out of here, and I am going to grab the smoothing gun and strength it up, and hit this. Yeah. I think that's a little bit better. Yeah, I can live with that. Now, over here, we are coming in and we should see some. Yep. So we're picking up some plastic coming across there. So let's ride the train going over the river. Oh, look, we're waiting for another train to clear a block there. Yep, and then off we go with a brief pause. Yeah, I built this with way more slope than I really should have. Uh, and I could come back and rebuild it flatter with a lot less slope. But it gives a really dramatic bridge. And, drama. That's a thing, right? Running this before with that, it was I got a mogul pulling this, and that one it got down to 1 kilometer per hour, I think it was. It just crept up this hill, uh, and that wasn't even fully loaded. Yeah, and here's that dramatic bridge. But as you can see, I could easily have cut the elevation down on it. I might still do that, but it is working. So, there is that, right? Oh, and I'm setting up these newer operations here with the hubs as roll on, roll off through stations, not not in and out, like in and flip and out, right? Okay, and we roll in here, and we'll pick up at least 12 of the plastic. $48. Okay, so yeah, there's a decent amount that's going to be happening here. Question is, are we going to be delayed by the train ahead of us? Not just yet. We will be here. Maybe not. Well, we made it through that one. So we're dropping to 16 on a maximum slope. 15. Well, could be worse. And when the even stronger locos appear later, this line is a definite. These lines are a definite candidate for the stronger locos. Yeah. So we're through the slope there. Yeah, I could knock off all of the slope here and cut into the cliffside a bit. Maybe with a dramatic tunnel. Maybe. Come across flat. Just remove quite a bit of the elevation gain. But it is quite dramatic. Oh, hello, autosave. Autosave takes a bit with this map because it's big and it's busy, right? And look at that view, eh? And there's the track going up toward that goods factory. And here we are coming into the hub. So I'm going to duck out of there. And hopefully that will drop some yeah, dropped it here. Okay. So this is the train. There's a helix on this line. It just seemed to be what was needed, right? There's quite a few platforms in use here. So that train that was coming head on, there's a second station end on there. Yeah, so here's the helix. Yeah, there just wasn't any way around it. That is quite a view of that. And note, it's still climbing, right? Like there really was no way around this. If I was going to have the hub there. And naturally, I put the hub there before I figured out I was going to build this track, right? Oh, look, it's logs going down. And it is another train ahead of us going up. Yeah, these lines will really benefit from newer locos when the time comes as well. And we're just about up there. Yep, here we are. Now, theoretically, this should produce some stuff, which we do not load on this run because we're not taking the goods anywhere. So anyway, that's got that operating. Now, on this island, there are no goods demands. Well, there is some here at McAllen. Right. So anyway, that's basically how the things have been going off screen here, right? Uh, yeah. This is pretty crazy, isn't it? But this hub is actually quite a good spot for train watching because there's a lot of trains going in and out all the time. If you turn off all of the no, all of the HUD stuff, right? You can see, you can just see the if I hung out here, get a get a, maybe if I got a mod that had better LODs, levels of detail for distance. But you can sit here and you can see trains going in and out, which is, you know, quite fun. You see them going around the helix there. You see them coming in. You see, right? You see flat cars with loads on them. That one has steel and lumber. So, yeah. So we got stuff that's going pillar to post and back again, right? Now on the island here. Okay, I'm gonna put the HUD back on. Yeah. Uh, I haven't driven the freight lines through the towns, but what I should do ultimately is add freight deliveries for each town. But the reason the track snakes the way it does is to hit the various industries and be able to climb this hill, right? And this is actually quite an embankment that that was in play here. Uh, yeah, it took a little finagling to get everything to work, but it does work. I think maybe the next plans, maybe on this island, is I'll expand the train stations in the towns to be 160 meters, and also have a goods platform or a cargo platform or two at each one. Yeah, and if I do that, then I can connect them up to the hub here for final delivery as well. Right, and then we'll be pretty close to having the island here just done, right? Anyway, That gives you an idea what I've been up to while you've been away. This is, of course, uh, it's a, a map that's just ongoing, right? I haven't decided if I'm going to freeze time in around 1950, in the early or in the early diesel era, or not. Um, but anyway, that's going to be all for this episode. As I said, it's not a bridge episode. Uh, and yeah, it was a project. It got something happening. Actually worked out quite well, surprisingly well, actually. Anyway, I have a Patreon. If for some reason you feel like supporting the channel, the link's in the doobly doo. You can ignore it if you prefer not to support the channel. That's fine too. And also, there's the usual like, comment, subscribe business. You know, you can do that or not as you see fit. And I guess that's going to be all for now. So see you back at some point in the future.